So this is Hangulmal Series 2, the infinitive plus yo, which is a very common form in Korean. What is this? It's used when talking to someone that you know. There's a honorific form, which is easy, and a regular form, which is difficult. Okay? Used when talking to someone you know. So you have shimnida, right? You have shimnida, and when you get to know the person that you're talking to, you're then going to move down to this form to say, I'm comfortable with being with you now. You must use the honorific form when talking to other people about them. Okay? So, honorific form about other people older than you, around your same age. If they're younger than you, yeah, you really don't have to use this form, but it's nice too. You must use the regular form when describing things or talking about yourself. So, in general, you want to use the regular form for talking about descriptions, and always use the regular form when talking about yourself. You can't use the honorific form when talking about yourself because you sound really stupid. To make the honorific form, it's very easy. Just take the honorific base, which is the base, plus she, and then change she to say, and then add yo. For example, patta, normal tigit verbs change it to real in the honorific base, but patta is one of the few exceptions. Patta, take the base, pat, and then you have padushi. Then in this form it will be 받으세요. So she just turns to se, and then you add yo. 말하다, 말하, 말하시. She turns to se, 말하세요. And this is only when adding yo. The honorific infinitive is actually shia, but that doesn't matter now. Okay, so don't worry about the honorific infinitive as I mentioned it here, but that'll come up later. I'm just warning you that this is only the seyo form. Okay, so again, change the she to say, and then add yo. So you hear this in songs, in dramas all the time, because it's a very common form to use. You're still trying to be polite, but at the same time you're saying, I am comfortable with being with you. And I don't have to show as much of like an icebreaker type form that I used to need to use with you. Okay, that's what you're saying by using this form. And it's a really nice thing to express. So, using it. You've gotten to know someone, you change your speech from shimnida to seyo, I just explained that. You don't need to do this with people younger, you should use a lower form. I'm not going to teach you that because I'm afraid you're going to get used to it because it's easier. Well, actually, once you've learned this, then it gets easier, but for now it's probably pretty hard. But it is shorter, and I'm afraid you're going to get used to it. And the problem with it, it's called panmal, it's for use between close friends. If you use it between some people that you don't know, like if two people use it and one of them doesn't know the other, and they're using panmal, that's extremely rude. I don't want you to come off as rude. I'm trying to hold back on teaching you that until you're very comfortable with these. It's a very popular form to use, remember that, and you must use the honorific form when talking about someone else and their actions, but never about yourself. That's what the next one's for. Okay, so this is the normal one called the infinitive, and then we're going to add yo. Okay? So the infinitive is what we do before, what we call it before we add the yo. So just take the base of the verb and look at the last vowel. Is it a or o? If so, add a. Is it anything else at all? Add a. For example, 먹다, to eat. 먹 is the base, so you're going to look at that vowel. It's a. It's not a or o, so it adds a as well. So 먹어. Good job. 살다, to live. Look at this. That's an a. This a likes a's coming with it as well. So its infinitive will be 살아. Now you want to add yo, so 먹어요, 살아요. Alright, so using it, once you've gotten to know someone, it's just telling them, yeah, I know you, I'm comfortable with being with you. Replace 습니다 or 습니다 with yo. And don't forget the yo. The yo is the all-important part in this form. The regular is preferred with descriptive verbs, so don't use the honorific with descriptive verbs. Koreans like to use the normal form, which is what I just taught you. The yo, not the seyo. If there's no subject, it's assumed you are doing the action with the regular ones. Okay? The listener is assumed to be doing the action in the honorific. So in the seyo, the listener, in this form, which is seyo, and the yo, that's you doing the action. So here are the irregulars, and there are a lot. 하다, 되다, 이다, and 아니다 are just completely irregular. 하다 turns to 해요, 되다 to 돼요, 이다 to 이에요, 아니다 to 아니에요. Alright? Verbs ending in a, and e don't change. So 가다, for example, has a base ka. It's just going to say 가요. 서다, to stand, 서요. 매다, to tie, 매요. Verbs ending in e will change it to ya. So there's a logic to all of these. This is, you already have an here. The logical thing will then be the rules would then say add There's already so simply just don't do it. Would be added to this one. However, it's just a contraction. Don't do it. Meda, I don't know why they do this. Meda, I guess it eventually evolved over form that doesn't like taking these as well. Verbs ending in e, change it to ya. And if you think about it, remember e would take So what the Koreans just did, they're just like, okay, fine, let's just make it that. Ya, ya. Same sound when you say it really quickly. So verbs ending in e, change it to ya. 기다리다, to wait, turns to 기다려요. 기다려요. More irregulars, verbs ending in u or o, change it to wa or wa respectively. So o, remember, likes is o and are the only two that are going to stick together, and they love Remember that. Just remember o, oda. So o will get rid of that, and then it's just going to add 와요. 주다, to give, 줘요. 주다, 줘요. Verbs ending in de will double deal, and then change to or a. And that is again depending on o and in the last syllable. So for example, here we have 모르다, which is to not know. We're going to look at this syllable and see that there's an o here. O likes to add So to not know is going to double deal right here, and then change this guy to as shown here. 몰라요 is the form in this verb. 부르다, you want to look at this right here. U does not like only these two like so it's going to take 불러요. Remember the deal right here doubles, then you're going to add Verbs ending in